Hello, people. Hope everybody is doing well. So, today we are going to talk about breathing. So, what is breathing? Simply put, inhaling and exhaling, right? Or, as science says, pumping in oxygen and pumping out carbon dioxide. Well, that sounds so simple, but in reality, there's so many small processes that need to happen to make that whole process of inhaling and exhaling happen. So there's so much more science beyond that. Uh, well, as they say, a person can live without food or water, maybe just for a few days or a week or but not without breathing for even few minutes. Well, I heard some people can hold the breath for like 1 or 2 minutes or whatever. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Don't quote me on that, please. So, but again, I really don't know. But for a person like me, I honestly cannot stop breathing for even like few seconds. Nobody can, right? So that means the bottom line, breath is life. We all know this. So why am I talking about breathing now? Well, that's because we have seen what's happening with COVID all around. We've seen how much stress people are going through, locked in the homes, not being able to go out, which so, breathing is something that can help relieve from stress and anxiety in a situation like this, not only for COVID, but in general. This is something that everyone can practice all the life. Well, why do COVID patients even need oxygen? That's because it affects their lung function, eventually leading to the shortness of breath, and that leads to the lungs being filled with fluid, which is not what anybody wants. So that is why I exactly want to talk about breathing. So it's all the more important now for all of us to improve the quality of oxygen that goes from our brain throughout our body. So there's so many people talked about breathing. There's a lot of different pranayamams proposed in the yoga. Or, there's so many different ways of breathing meditations. So many people have talked about it. Well, I'm going to talk about a couple of different breathing techniques today. One is the tummy breathing or the belly breathing. So, in this breathing technique, we breathe in heavily and breathe out slowly. So, the deeper you breathe, the stronger your heart, lungs, and the respiratory system becomes. So, that's our goal, to strengthen the respiratory system as much as we can, so that we are improving the quality of oxygen that we are taking in. So in the deep breathing, normally we tuck in our tummy or do the shallow breathing, right? To keep our abs in shape. Now, in this breathing technique, you really have to puff out your belly. That so you're you're breathing in heavier, that your belly is actually puffing out. Now, I'm going to show this sitting and also in a lying down position. Well, the lying down one is definitely more beneficial. And this is a simple exercise that anyone can do, which really relieves out of stress. It helps to focus better. It helps to concentrate better, listen better, process your thoughts better, think better. So you can keep going on. So there's so many different benefits that breathing has. which many people have talked about already. Okay, so let's do this together. Let me first start with um, the sitting belly breathing or the tummy breathing.
Breathe in heavily and slowly breathe out, increasing that lung capacity and the strength of the respiratory system. Love the sound of the birds chirping there. Wow.
Wow, that feels amazing. You can now do this as long as you want. Pause and come back and continue. Now let me do this exact same thing in a lying down position. I'm going to place a book on my tummy so that you can actually see the belly puffing out and in.
Remember, we want to increase the lung capacity and the capacity of the respiratory system. So breathe in heavily and slowly breathe out. We keep breathing and the birds keep chirping.
Wow. Remember, you can continue doing this as long as you want. Come back, pause, and continue. All right. So, the second technique I want to talk about, which I personally follow or practice in my routine, this is the 4, 7, and 8. We inhale or breathe in heavily for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and breathe out slowly for 8 seconds. So let's do this together.
Hold for 7 seconds and slowly breathe out for 8 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and slowly breathe out for 8.
Wow. Trust me, guys, that really feels, it can feel a different level of energy inside throughout the body and different level of vibration, um, for sure. So now that we have seen a couple of different techniques, how often do we want to practice this breathing? Well, I personally practice this 3 times a day. Once in the morning, when I do my workout, and after my workout, when I do a cool down, I mix my breathing with my cool down, or just do the breathing as a cool down itself. That's one time. And the second time I do it is midday, like, after lunch, before I get back to my work again, or any other short breaks that I get in between. And the third time is just before going to sleep or before I go to bed, which really enhances the sleep quality. But sometimes this is not a daily routine thing, but once in a while, if I want to do any important task, or if I want to um, make an important conversation, and if I need that extra energy, do it, just before any important task. Just for an example, I find it a little tricky to deal with a lot of big numbers or do a lot of calculations, or maybe dealing with codes with my work. So yeah, sometimes why not, when I feel a little stressful, or anxiety to complete something, so I do it. So it's really 3 times, but you can do as many times as you want, and that is only going to help you better. Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about is breathing through the mask. Now, this guy is not going to get away from our lives so soon. We all know that. So, all we can do is live with it. So, how do you breathe? Well, the ideal situation to practice your breathing is without the mask. But if you're ever in a situation where you need to practice breathing with your mask, you would do exactly the same thing what you would do without your mask. So breathe in heavily and breathe out slowly. Well, one very important thing I would say is, always breathe with your nose. Never breathe with your mouth. The mouth needs to be wet. The saliva in the mouth fights against the bacteria. So if you breathe in with your mouth gets dry, and make us more prone to bacteria, obviously. So, well, please remember, this is not a medical advice or a treatment for any condition. So please make sure to consult your physician before you practice anything. And I really hope this is valuable. And I really hope there is some takeaway from this video today. If you like my video, please subscribe, like, give me a thumbs up, and share with your friends. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay super, super happy. Thank you.